we still have these on. We're shooting off into different liminal spaces. We're shooting off to liminal.
Hello, hello, and welcome back to New Moon and New You. This is day 3 of the challenge. I know it's coming out a little bit late. Sorry about that. It has been a crazy day. I had to go take down my art exhibition, and I have been feeling under the weather, and I was just trying to get everything done. So I'm not going to take up much of your time. It's going to be a quick video, but it's going to be a powerful video. So the first thing we're going to look at is the power of a journal. I'm going to show you just a quick little excerpt of some videos. I found this video 2 years ago when he had done his journaling for 30 days and talked about how much has changed his life. But then, as the universe is, the other video came up that he put out just a couple of days ago, and he's been going 800 days. So he's been doing it for the last 2 years, and he talks about how it completely changes his life. And it's interesting how he does this journal because it's very much like a new moon journal. So I'm going to show you the little basics of this, and then we're going to move into how to go through a different pathway, a tool to change your thoughts. So if you're having a problem, or there's something that keeps repeating on your mind, or you feel like there's a blockage, this can work even with trauma. But if you do something with trauma, please do so with a therapist or with help. I really recommend that. But the second half of this is we're going to do the basic steps of neural art. And with neural art, it was coined by a Russian doctor in 2014. It's a very new kind of therapy. And the idea is freeform lines, which create neural lines. And these neural lines are helping people create new neural pathways. So when you begin this little drawing, it turns into time and space that you're thinking, but you're not thinking. And your brain is naturally wired with your hand-eye coordination. You're going to hear this gentleman say it to Peter McKinnon. He says, there's magic between the hand-eye coordination, and it's true. And so not only writing words is an option. I mean, you can even draw what you want to manifest in your life, what you want in your life. So this is a great opportunity with neuro art. It is also, like I said, if you took my free courses in the last 2 days, if you took the opportunity, you would see that in my mindful drawing, I do the basic core principles of neuro art. So looking forward to jumping into this now. I've talked enough. I'm so proud of you if you showed up today. Right now, it's almost 11 p.m. The new moon is almost over, but this has been such a prime peak time of energy. And today was about taking that time to relax and cultivate your garden, your body, your home. If you were cleaning space naturally today, that's part of it. So feel free to clean space, and let's jump into this video on journaling.
$66 for those behaviors to become automatic. Now for
Sorry about that. We're going to start
to 250 days. 43% of what we do every single day is performed out of habit. Now, it takes an average of 18 to 250 days for someone to create a new habit, and on average 66 days for those behaviors to become automatic. Now, for me, I'm on about day 30 of trying to make one of those things a new habit.
Did you hear that? Day 30, okay? So let's go through this real quick. So he goes through and he talks about how he's all over the place. His friend gives him a notebook, and his friend talks about notebooking here.
So what do you actually use it for? I write my 8 critical tasks every day, and as I do them, I cross them off. As of today, I'm on day 94. consecutively of doing all my 8 tasks every single day. And they got to be like critical things that get me forward in life, or, you know, important things I got to do for work or personal or home or whatever.
So right off the start, some benefits of using a notebook and actually writing something down to try to make sense of your thoughts or your list or your day is going to, 1, give you 4 times the idea generation. Something about actually holding a pen and writing down on paper that gets things firing in a different way that makes you more creative. So why wouldn't you take that advantage?
Did you hear that? I hope you heard that again. Let's go back. We're going to do that again.
In a different way that makes you more creative. So why wouldn't you take that advantage?
Take the advantage. This is why I'm doing this for today. I'm trying to show you. This is amazing stuff. So they go on here. Hang on.
2 important things left to do today. I'm going to get this done no matter what, because my day 94 is going to be day 100. It's going to be day 200. I've gotten to day 100 about twice. This will be my 3rd time, and then I always mess it up with something stupid. So last time I messed up at 105. I don't normally write a bedtime, but I was like, tonight I got to go to bed at midnight. And I didn't. It was like 1:30. You know, you got to own up to your mistakes. You got to be like, dang it, I lost.
100 days gone.
Yep.
Lastly,
So before we go into this lastly bit, don't beat yourself up. So what? You know what? Celebrate the fact that you went to 105 days, okay, guy? And I'm saying that to my listeners here right now, my viewers. Celebrate. So you didn't make all your tasks. Okay, well, just learn from it, grow from it. Ready?
you've got 13% better retention. So if you are physically writing something down, you will retain that information, that list, that goal, that to-do, whatever it is, will stick in your head longer than if you were to just type it.
Today list is mostly, like, I knew you were.
Okay, so you kind of got the idea. You make 8 critical tasks. Sorry about the commercial, everybody. You make 8 critical tasks and you just accomplish them. Now, he did this for 30 days and that's where he was at.
I would say my mind is like a
This is 800 days. So we're going to flash forward 2 years and here we go.
Yeah, I gotta write it all down. Putting it on paper has significantly helped me tame all of that.
Ta-da!
Getting your thoughts out. That's not necessarily writing them down on paper. Maybe it's a blog. Do you remember blogs with a B? You could still make a blog with.
But remember what we learned the first time.
Snapshot, not just because it was my family, but just in general, to get a snapshot of what.
Oh, this was the cool part. This is when he talks about he had
spelling stuff. But there were a
notebook.
couple notes in there, little short stories she had written, and it was really neat to get a snapshot, not just because it was my family, but just in general, to get a
You see his notebooks? Do you see these notebooks? 13 years, people.
snapshot of what a little girl in rural Utah was.
By the way, this gentleman's known as Wild and Zach. His link, Zach in the Wild, right here. And the videos came from Peter McKinnon. I found him a couple years ago. So in here, he just talks about sketching,
Like
drawing.
around you. It's the experience of that I feel really enriches everything. It makes the small things big things. Probably the same reason I really liked shooting film this year is the analog process, the slowing down of everything, being able to appreciate the craft more, learn more about the craft, take more time in the craft. And then I go back and I write about it while I listen to a record. And then I walk home 20 miles. You know? Ultimately, the realization of this whole video and the reason I've crafted this is because 30 days, yes, you can start to build a habit and you can have a bit of an opinion of what it's like writing in a journal or a notebook or keeping notes, etc. I think 2 years in gives you a pretty good idea and quite significantly moves the needle as far as does it help you or does it not? And from a creative person that can never focus, has a hard time getting started, has a hard time applying myself to any one thing for any amount of time. I'm a squirrel. I see something shiny, I go that way. There's a noise over there, I go that way. I start a video, but before I start, I gotta do 10 other things, but those 10 other things are just distractions, so I don't have to start. I struggle struggle with that stuff every single day. I overthink things. I talk myself out of ideas all the time. If I don't do something right away, the next day, the thing I wanted to do now doesn't sound as good to me and I'm not gonna do it. But yesterday I was stoked on it. Why didn't I just do it yesterday? Oh, because I had to do 3 other things that I probably didn't actually have to do. You get it. It's a snowball effect of nonsense, of craziness. I always say it's a fireworks show. They're just shooting into the air and they're exploding, and I want to capture all those details before the next one goes up, but we're in the grand finale, so.
And now you know where the fireworks sound comes from. So how did you enjoy that? Did you enjoy that? I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I was sitting there watching it myself. I hope you enjoyed that. So first things first, get that notebook. So first day was all about intention, and intention is very, very, very important in your goal setting because you got to know what you want. Next thing is recognize your blockages, you know, start doing things to get your subconscious mind on board, prepare yourself. Third day, notebook. And now we're going to look into some neurological drawing. Yeah. Give me 1 second here. We're back. Oops. Okay, we're back. I'm just leaving all my bloopers in because I just want to get this to you because this is one of my 8 tasks on my journal list today. So this right here, I'm going to put in the link. I created this, I think, last year. If you can see the title, Manifesting with the Moon, Neural Art and Intentions, Manifestation, New Moon Art and Transformation. So as we go into here,
purples,
see, we go into colors
and reds,
things that
something you want to
represent,
maybe
and then we get into
balancing the circles on the opposite. I'm doing the best I can. Self-critical. I'm going to change that to self-care.
So this is a different way of how I did it, is I use different ways, you can see. So I was using this
So the lines.
to, instead of doing like a notebook or whatever, and
our old self to our new self.
See, our old self to our new self, our old belief to new belief.
I'm going to ask you to relax.
So to do this was just a physical representation to show you about doing the lines and how you can train your brain to make new neural pathways. So I'm going to get into a little bit more here. You see how it ends up? It's just all scribbles. It looks like scribbles. You keep going. You start doing your coloring. I've added very different, like all kinds of elements into this, creating this neural art, because it's more than neural art, because I've taken expressive lines, I've taken contour lining, and I've taken neural art, plus I've taken water-based paints to a different level, so you can express, right? I'm taking the paints and the colors so you can manifest with those colors. That's why I've been offering the mindful drawing course and the color healing practitioner course, because when you combine those two things, then you know what color to use in your life to bring in the best. And then when you're drawing, you have the mindful practices of slowing yourself down and noticing your thoughts and everything. So then going back to the journal, I have another video for you. Because if you don't have a little notebook or a journal, and you might want to create one yourself. I'm just going to quickly go through the end here, and I was showing I was using gold on it because in this one I was manifesting money, and I actually manifested quite a bit in my life. You got to remember, when you manifest opportunities in your life and situations, you can consider that abundance as well. By the way, thank you very much for my recent likes and subscribes on Rainbow Wins. I'm hoping that we can make that happen. For magically living. So I realized that I had a couple going on here. There's 3 here on Rainbow Winds. This one here is the New Moon Wishes books. This one here takes you in and
Thank you for watching.
We actually go through and make a whole book. This was back in, let's see, as you can see, 3 years ago. But this is rag books, how to make your own rag book. And we go through it. We create our own. Okay, so that's how to do the New Moon Wish book. Oop. Pause. See if I can get back here. Oh. There we go. It'll take me back. Oh, okay. Book. This one here. Oh, let's get on here. With one piece of paper, so you can't say that.
Hello and welcome. I figured with this new moon, we could do a design making kind of idea for our new moon book.
Where am I?
It's
Oh my
very
gosh, it's
easy
playing
to
over here.
make this.
My apologies. Everybody was in on it too, my animals. So I take you through in this video, and I'll put these in the link, and I show you how to make a zine. And with a zine, as you can see, the book. You start designing your book. And I just take you through. So there's so many different variations for you there to create a new moon book, a journal to carry with you every day so that you can start manifesting the best life possible. So use this new moon energy and take time to create and maintain your garden, which is your life, your thoughts, and your dreams. Thank you for joining me today, and thank you for joining me even when it was messy. It's been a great pleasure, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.